Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We do have live action coming at you. It is going to be a best of 7 show match here. These guys competing for a phenomenal cash prize, and it is going to be tons and tons of fun. I love MLG's duel site here, and I absolutely love one of these players, and one of them I'm not too familiar with. So let's get into who these guys are. AoWKnighter. Now, you guys should know who this is, but because he just changed his name, I will enlighten you. So let me introduce to you, or reintroduce, if you will, Art of War's Knightr, who used to be Art of War's Giraffe. So congratulations to him. He does now have a name that he used before, and so name change for him. Kind of interesting, but definitely got to watch out for this guy. I think this was a good time for his pro pylon placement. This was a good time for his name change because he's probably going to be a GM here in Season 4. If not, he's definitely going to be a high-level master. He still is that right now, but should potentially be a GM. We'll see how that's going to go at the beginning of Season 4, but he's really making a big play here, starting up his clan, Art of War. You guys definitely go check these guys out, and starting up his own personal website where he does offer training. It is now AoWKnighter.com, so go check that out. If you need a link, hit me up. And but yeah, and he offers training. He's got videos on there. He's going to have his own live stream up soon where he will stream his ladder matches and such. And so I mean, really, there's a lot of cool things going on with Knightr there now, and so have a good time with him. Now he is taking on CoinDrop, so apparently this is a very close matchup. These guys have played before and tend to go back and forth in their winnings here. And CoinDrop going to be our Pink Terran player. So Pink Terran over here on the left side of the map. Knightr, our yellow Protoss, on the right side of the map. Does have his gas down here in pretty decent time. And it looks as though we have a gas for CoinDrop as well as a wall off going to be complete here in just a moment. It looks as though we're going to see... Oh, no, he is going to go for some scouting. And wow, Knightr may be able to potentially block the little wall off there. But there is a Marine coming out, so this poor probe is going to have a lot of trouble staying alive here in just a moment. And off he goes, hopefully to find a little cove to hide in. But it's definitely going to be difficult. And down he goes. Too bad that probe scout does die, but in the meantime, CoinDrop does cruise into his opponent's base here. To see a Cybercore going down, plenty of Chrono going down on the Nexus, and just a single gas, so doesn't have to worry about a super large amount of Stalkers and Sentries here early in the game. There goes gateway number 2, so it is a double gate right now for Knightr. My guess is he's probably going to expand off this, unless he's going to go for a Stargate maybe, but this gas seems a little bit late for that, so I'm not entirely sure what he is going to be doing yet. We'll check back in on him in just a moment. Now notice that CoinDrop is hiding a barracks here. It's just about to be complete, but putting it back here in the spot that is unlikely to be scouted right away. And ooh, it is going to be Tech Lab. And we do have a reactor on this barracks, so we're probably going to see some 2 racks pressure here in just a moment, with maybe pushing out with 2 or even 3. See if he's going to delay it to wait for 3, but going to get out a couple Marauders there and probably push out across the map. In the meantime, Knightr going to be cruising down here with his Stalker. A 1 Stalker push from Knightr, not a bad play there. And where's he headed? Did he see that? Wow. Whoops. Wow, he did. Look at that. He does see it. Hidden. Whoa, good scouting there. He did just check at this position there because of his rally point. And lucky him, he did scout it. Now he knows that that's on the way. Of course, he did see the units cruising out as well. That is a good telltale sign. But here he comes. It looks like the attack is going to commence here in just a second. Notice that Knightr is going to have his sentry ready and waiting. He's probably going to need another sentry here in just a moment. There he goes. He's got another one on the way. Good stuff. Going to need at least 2 here. Probably going to see a 3rd from him as well, but he's going to need to block this ramp. Going to be chrono boosting out an observer of all things. And it looks as though CoinDrop is going to toss down a bunker here for a contain and probably going to try and secure his base behind it. But look at that. Sees the force of AoWKnighter coming down the ramp there. Ooh, good force field. They're going to be trapping a couple units, and it looks as though he will be cleaning this out pretty well. Nice defense there from AoWKnighter. Going to be pushing CoinDrop back to his base, and we do have his command center going to be 75% complete here, it looks like, in just a moment. And a couple more units here for defense. So CoinDrop now going to be playing just a little bit of catch up. Let's check in on the unit counter. And CoinDrop in great economic position though with that with the mule advantage, should be just fine here. But AoWKnighter is going to be securing an expand of his own in great time. Bunker going down here for CoinDrop. That is going to really help him defend here. Got to have it, because look at this nice looking army here from AoWKnighter. He did get this double warp gate. It's going to be adding a Twilight Council now, so we probably are going to see some tech. Now I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be, to be honest. This is, so far the build from AoWKnighter has been a little bit of a surprise to me, but he told me earlier today that he's been working on his PvT and has some interesting things to bring to the table, and this may be one of them. So kind of an interesting, a relatively unique build to AoWKnighter, who is definitely somebody to keep an eye on the pro scene. I would think that he is going to be potentially doing a great job here in just a little bit. I know he's got some great aspirations, but expect to see this guy at MLG soon. He is going to be shooting for that, and I think he has got the skills, ladies and gentlemen, so this is going to be tons of fun. But his expand now is complete. The expand here for CoinDrop is up and running as well. Double bunkers here at the moment. Good stuff there. A couple more gateways here for AoWKnighter. It looks like he may be going for some serious two-base play. Notice that he is getting charged. Wow, interesting stuff. And double gas here right off the bat. Maybe not right off the bat. I don't think he's going to go for high temps, though, to be honest. It does kind of look like a charge lot Archon type of build, but he doesn't really have the gas production that he needs, I think, to make that happen. But he is going to be getting a lot of zealots here, so probably just going to be going for Sentry Zealot here for just a little while. We'll see if that's the case. I'm interested to see where he's going to go from here, but securing a third, not a bad idea for either of these players at this point, because they're not putting tons of pressure on each other. Could see a little bit more macro potentially from him. There's the robotics base, so that's what he's going to be getting or using his gas for here. So it is going to be Colossus with charged lot. Obviously he's going to have some decent sentry support, as well as a little bit of stalker support for some potential AA. But that's going to be a really strong play here, I think, against CoinDrop, who is currently sticking with a Bio Ball army. Now, he does have a reactored starport. Notice that he is supply blocked here. Going to stall him getting out some medevacs on the field, and that is definitely painful. But not too bad. He's going to be sending out his factory here. Looks like he's going to be using it for some scouting. And another barracks going down for CoinDrop. So he is going to be sticking with this MMM army for just a little while. Yep, there we go. AoWKnighter is going to be securing what looks to be the gold expand in just a moment. Nice stuff. Yeah, he's going to have to get some more minerals. He did have enough there for just a second, but he spent it probably on some warp ins. This is turning into a pretty scary army here. He does not have any upgrades quite yet, but he could be working on that here fairly shortly. I do expect him to probably put down a forge here in just a little while, unless he's really just going to mass units. But charged lots, even without upgrades, tend to be very effective. And he is chrono boosting out the thermal lance. There we go. Double forges. Going to go for some +1/+1 ASAP. I think he realizes that he might be just a little bit behind there. Oh, you know what? Look at this. AoWKnighter did not go for the expand, but he did put a pylon in this position here. And here comes an advance from CoinDrop. Looks like he may try and push this attack. Whoa! AoWKnighter did have that Colossus rallied out to the center of the map. Not a great place, and not a good unit to use for scouting the center of the map. Try and use cheaper units. But he did get control of that. Looks to be in pretty decent shape. But we should see some elevator tactics here from AoWKnighter, and indeed it is. Is he going to get the snipe on this robotics? Yes, he does before the Wow, got it down before that upgrade completes. That forge going down, another upgrade behind now for AoWKnighter, so this is a great drop right now for CoinDrop. He's doing a phenomenal job here. Got to get these stalkers in range to try and deal here. Not even going to get a snipe on one of those medevacs. But decent defense there from AoWKnighter, but he lost both of his forges and his robotics bay, and that is absolutely going to be hurting him at this point. Notice he's a little flustered, it seems, potentially. He did toss down a chrono here on this robotics facility, but nothing in it. And that is partially because he's supply blocked. Going to be putting down a bunch of pylons here to try and remedy that right away, but it looks like CoinDrop may have stirred the beast just a little bit too much. He is going to be pushing out here, wants to check that tower to see if it's been noticed. Notice that AoWKnighter did take his gold expand behind this, trying to spend his minerals. He did get a lot of extra minerals here because of those losses that he sustained in his main from that drop. But pretty decent stuff here. We do have a couple more zealots about to join the party, and it is about to be go time. Look at all of these hallucinated void rays here, going to be acting as meat shields. Interesting stuff. Charge lots getting right up in the face there. And wow, the Colossus doing a great deal of damage. Good force fields there, forcing CoinDrop to engage right at that position. And it looks as though CoinDrop did have enough, though, to hold off there. And this is scary, scary times now for AoWKnighter. Couple charge slots here, just buying him a little time is all that's doing. We do have these Vikings saying, let's get the heck over there and just make sure that the way is clear. And indeed it is. And just I want to mention real quick, though, that CoinDrop taking an expand behind this. Great play. I think he knows that he has got this game, but not going to let his macro slip. So he's looking pretty solid here, and this is the last ditch effort for AoWKnighter. Is he going to be able to hold here? It does not look as though he will. A lot of these units just disappearing very, very quickly. Backing up here to his main for just a moment, having to pull all of his probes. Looks like he may even sack his natural here to try and run this. But, oh man, I just don't know if he's going to be able to get the units in that he needs. CoinDrop going to take this opportunity to go ahead and deny this expansion. Not a bad idea. And the Nexus is going to go down. And in the meantime, he does have reinforcements on the way. So good stuff there. More warp gates now on the field. AoWKnighter can warp in quite a few units right now. So that's nice for him. But it looks like it's go time. He's got to get down here and try and push this army back, if at all possible. Here comes the attack. Got to deal with this ground army. Good control there from AoWKnighter, not letting him sit there and attack those Vikings, which have now landed and now are going to be a little bit more difficult to deal with. But look at that. Looks like AoWKnighter's army is going to get bested here yet again. And CoinDrop in such phenomenal shape at this point. He's got plenty of heal here and still plenty of units. We're about to have another warp in here. It is going to be some Archons. Not a bad deal, but look at this. They cannot... Oh, I think maybe they'll get out. Nope, they're stuck. Too small is going to take out this warp gate ASAP. But here comes the attack from CoinDrop at the back of, well, at the gold expansion. Never any mining here from AoWKnighter, but he is going to take it out. And that is going to put AoWKnighter in this funky position where all he's got now is one base about to be mined out. And there it is. GG, well played. I don't blame him. Not much you can do in that position, but great game there. CoinDrop doing a lot of damage. So thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt tab. Always alt Starcraft. We'll see you guys in just a bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have some phenomenal show match action. I mean, you can consider a show match a mini tournament in many respects. There is a cash prize on the line here tonight. It is a best of 7, and CoinDrop taking on AoWKnighter. AoWKnighter, as we all know, well, as we should know, is, yeah, AoW's Giraffe. At least that's what he used to go by, but we are going to be calling him AoWKnighter in the future. Now, I think during this match, this show match, and then maybe in the next tournament, I'll try and remind people that AoWKnighter used to be Giraffe as we move forward, try and help that transition just a little bit. But eventually you're going to have to just remember on your own. or maybe some people will be thinking to themselves, man, I wonder what happened to Giraffe. That guy was sure cool. But at least we have AoWKnighter now. Indeed, it is the same guy, but here we are in game 2 now. Giraffe or Niter did lose game 1 to CoinDrop. CoinDrop super impressive with that bio ball push, just getting there just in time before Niter got into his Archon tech and obliterating that the Colossus there. So beautiful job from him there, and Niter not being able to deal quite as well as he had hoped. And it is going to be, though, this game on Antigua Station. I actually like this map quite a bit. I do want to mention that it is relatively balanced, but there is always a consideration. When you spawn in these positions like this, if they're not cross positions, one of the opponents does expand towards his opponent there. See, this guy, he will have to expand down here and then this way towards his opponent, which can potentially make drops that much more effective. And so you got to keep that in mind here. And so the nice thing for Niter here is that he gets to expand away from his opponent in many respects by that air position there. Now we do have the first scout of the game. It is going to be CoinDrop cruising out in the correct direction, so lucky him. He is going to get some intel here in just a moment. And good stuff. And look at this. We do have what appears to be a 15 Nexus. Wow, from Niter. Oh no, he didn't. It was what was it? 16, 17, 8. So 16 Nexus. It was a 16 Nexus, and he got that pylon down in a really good time there. And it is going to be a gateway. Not going to be going Forge against a Terran here, which I think is probably the best bet. But it's definitely a fast expand here, and it was scouted by CoinDrop right away. So we'll see what. Oh my goodness. Guess what his response is, ladies and gentlemen? It is a very large Marine push. So we'll see how that's going to go for him. Now, Niter is going to be, he did get double gateways right away, is going to be pumping out, I assume, a lot of Zealots right off the bat. Zealots are a great unit to use against those Marines, and so it could be a very good defense. Notice it. Wow, look at this, a third gateway going down right away as well. And so now it's time to toss down the Cybercore. Cybercore on the way. Cybercore. No Cybercore yet. Okay, so no Cybercore quite yet. It is just going to be Mass Zealot for here just a little while. There goes the gas for Niter, and there goes the Cybercore. So that's good. That's what we wanted to see. Not bad timing there, that is for sure. Let's just check in on the units tab and see where we're at economically. Notice that CoinDrop is going to be in a pretty decent economic position here. He does have that mule advantage, so that will make up the difference right there in the harvester count, so not bad at all. He is going to have what appears to be Tech Lab going down on this one. He's got double gas right now on this barracks. Tech Lab on this barracks, but Reactor here on this one, another barracks on the way, and a Tech Lab here, so he is going to be getting out quite a few Marauders with this double Tech Labbed barracks here. And notice that he is going to be getting Stim as well. Should see a concussive go down here on this one in just a little while. That is a very fast upgrade, so you can send it. He can actually start it right before he wants to push out, which is not a bad deal. But he is going to be massing up a pretty substantial army here for just a little while. And it looks like pretty decent amount of Zealots here, but it is quickly going to become not enough if he does not find a better way to mass units here. And he needs to get probably a decent amount of Stalkers out at this point. He is going to be getting another gas here, so that's his second gas, one in the main, one at the natural. And check, the units tab does show that now Niter picking up a pretty decent advantage here economically, but CoinDrop does not care. He does have a Ghost Academy on the way. Wow, this is going to be a scary push from him, I think. And Amplify out on the live stream asking who's winning. Ha! I see what he's talking about. He's talking. These guys are talking about something else. You're not talking about this game, though. I don't know who's winning this game yet, but CoinDrop is going to mount a very scary push. So, but I say who's winning? You know, to Amplify. Amplify is going to win. Amplify for the win. He should be in MLG here pretty soon. So I'm excited to see him, what he has got. What he's got for us. But this is going to be an extremely large push here. And we don't have any nukes. Of course, you do need a factory for that. We don't have a factory out quite yet. So no nukes, but EMP is probably what he's going for here. He does have one Ghost now out on the field. Solo operative, right? Give me the sit rep, and here comes the push. He is going to be pulling some SCVs for this push, and let's take a look and see what kind of defense we're going to have here from Giraffe. Now note that he only has one sentry at this point, and I don't know, man. This is going to be close battle. CoinDrop does have a pretty sizable force here, and that EMP is going to be a deciding factor. So I don't know, man. Oh, I don't know. This is tense. I'm starting to get chills, and here comes the attack. It is about to be go time here. Solo operative. Call in the thunder. Come on, Ghost. Get into position, buddy. You are the one that's got to make this happen. It is going to be a perfect EMP to make the difference here. Here comes the push. Go, 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 go. And EMP going down behind. He only got the EMP off on one unit. Oh no, this is brutal for CoinDrop. Is he going to have enough units here that, wow, this liberal use of Guardian Shield absolutely making a big difference there. But this is still a lot of units here from CoinDrop. CoinDrop kiting here, trying to make it happen, but Giraffe, or Kniter, I should say, pulling a lot of probes to try and make this happen. He still has a decent amount of stalkers here. Is this going to be enough to hold off? CoinDrop stimming in here, and boy, my goodness, he's doing a lot of damage, even with that failed EMP. My goodness, Giraffe, or Kniter, geez, I'm getting the name confused myself, but look at this. CoinDrop now with a very sizable army advantage, taking out units here. Going to be working right on the unit producing structures, but looks like he may give Kniter just a couple moments here to build up some forces behind. Going to take out one warp gate there. That is super effective, working on number 2. Wow, going straight for the kill here. I'm liking it. We do have one immortal out on the way, but look at this. If Kniter loses all of these unit producing structures, he is not going to be able to hold this off. My goodness, CoinDrop with such a beautiful push. We've got Dan's out on the live stream. Seems to be a fan of CoinDrop's push here, and I agree with you, brother. That was beautiful push. Even with that failed EMP, he did such a phenomenal job. Going to come down to some kiting here, but this is Kniter's last-ditch effort. If he is not able to hold here, it is really going to be tough. And CoinDrop still in pretty decent shape, trying to focus down that immortal, but it looks like Kniter may actually be able to hold here. Unbelievable stuff. Now let's check in on the units tab here for just a moment. Notice that because of that SCV pull, CoinDrop put himself in a pretty bitter situation. Ouch. And now he is in this sticky situation where he's got to rebuild his economy here. Man, that was such a powerful push, but somehow Kniter holding it off and coming out on top economically here. Now he's going to be rebuilding these units. Wow. Beautiful stuff there. Oh, man, that was so close. I think CoinDrop was just seconds away from taking out that win. I think if he, instead of focusing down the buildings, would have focused down the army, got behind the center line, focused down the army, he probably could have held there and made that stick. But, man, I don't know. When you're in the fight like that, that decision-making just becomes a little bit more difficult. And now Kniter, I think, when it comes down to it, Kniter's got the lead at this point. So press 1 if you think Kniter's got the lead. Press 2 if you think CoinDrop's got the lead still. But this is just a tough situation, I think, for CoinDrop. So let me know what you guys think. Who's going to win this? But we did get 10 viewers, so I do want to let you guys know. Right after this match, we are going to go into our dollar question number 1. So that's going to be tons of fun. Get yourselves prepared for that. I will be posting a question in that live chat in just a moment. But in the meantime, it looks as though CoinDrop getting ready for another big push. Now, Kniter did have to spend a lot of resources to rebuild his unit producing capabilities here. So his army relatively small, 1 Marine stimming up here. CoinDrop saying, looks good enough to me, let's give it a shot. And, oh, is he going to go? Yes, he is. Is going to go, but look at that. The warp in here from Kniter, I think, is going to be plenty. Great positioning here from Kniter. And just going to be backing out, buying himself more time. And look at this, yet again, CoinDrop going for the buildings. And I kind of disagree with that play. Here we go, we've got a lot of units now from Kniter being pulled off the mineral line as well. And it looks as though he will be holding off CoinDrop here in just a moment. Yep, he is. Yes, he is. And now CoinDrop, yikes. I don't know, man. He's still only at 9 SCVs, really relying on the mules to keep him in this game. Looks like Amplify believes that Kniter is definitely ahead, and he showed us that with his 1 out there on the live stream. And cool. Sorry about that. I can't type and cast at the same time. But he did win my other tournament, which is being casted by NCR Laserboy and Talks Lonely. So that was really, really good stuff. Congrats to Dirty Monkey. And I'll be paying him his winnings here in just a moment. But it looks like CoinDrop, last-ditch effort here. He did pull his SCVs, and that is way too many SCVs to pull. So there it is. GG, well played. And AoWKnighter taking game number 2. Beautiful, beautiful defense from AoWKnighter, making the difference. So great stuff. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. And don't alt-tab. Always alt-Starcraft. We'll see you guys in game number 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live action coming at you. It is a show match, and it is between two phenomenal, high-ranked master players, CoinDrop and AoWKnighter, battling it out. It looks like Game 3 here on Shattered Temple. It is MLG's version. You can tell because there is a supply depot here in this position. And yeah, so the mineral patches are very close on this map. That's why AoWKnighter is loving it. But he's loving it, and look at that. And look at that, mining these close mineral patches. Already got double probes on there. So, I mean, he's doing his micro here in this game early. Notice that CoinDrop doing the same thing. You got to love the micro from these guys. Beautiful stuff. And good. So game 3 now, I do want to mention it is tied up 1-1 in this best of 7. So very even matchup between these two guys. I'm super pleased to be watching CoinDrop for the first time. This is the first time I've ever seen him play these last 2 games, and now in the third here. So good stuff. Now AoWKnighter, I am very familiar with. Plays on my stream all the time. I do a lot of show matches with him, and he plays in a lot of my tournaments as well. So it's been really fun, and his name used to be Giraffe. He just changed it today, so make sure you know that guy now. He is one to look out for. Should be seeing a lot of great things from him, as well as Nidus, who's out there on the live stream right now watching. I mean, just a wonderful clan in Art of War, so definitely if you need to join a clan, people that practice very often, get into a lot of clan wars and do scrimmages and things like that on a regular basis, Art of War is a place to go. But also if you need training, if you're go to AoWKnighter.com. It's just like the name that you see here on the screen. Add the .com and away you go. Yeah, I am a biased caster. Yes, I am. What can I say? But I love this stuff. I try and partner with as many people as I can, but you know, if somebody's working closely with Alt Starcraft, I am absolutely biased. Team XOXO is pretty good though too. And oh, I see. I didn't even know CoinDrop was from XOXO. I probably should have known that because he did play in that clan war, didn't he? But yeah, clan wars. That last clan war between Art of War and XOXO was tons and tons of fun. We do have some videos from that up on my YouTube channel, so go check out the YouTube. I've got several videos of some of their members, 3 of them I think up right now, of Art of War versus clan XOXO, and it was really fun times. So good stuff there. And it looks like a fairly standard opener here from AoWKnighter, who is spawning down here at the 6 o'clock position. They are in close air positions. CoinDrop is our pink Terran here at the 8 o'clock position. Did work on a little bit of wall off here, and notice he's getting a reactor down on his barracks right away. So solid from him. And yeah, looking pretty good. He does have just 1 gas, so not going to be super tech, but he is going to be putting down a 2nd racks here with a tech lab now. So we are going to see some 2 racks pressure here from CoinDrop, I believe, which is not a bad choice. Now notice that AoWKnighter, since he did not not force fast expand, but take a fast expand on this map, is going to be going for an early robo, and I'm liking that play quite a bit. So this, I mean, this map, it's kind of up in the air. It's one of those iffy things. Do you fast expand or do you not against Terran as Protoss? And I think that, you know, this is a safer play in a lot of respects, but it's not a bad play either to go ahead and take a fast expand here. It's relatively easy to hold it. It's just you've really got to block this off a little bit and be concerned about which way you're choking it and things like that. But AoWKnighter knows what he's doing. I don't question him that often, so he is doing a great job, it looks like, in this with his timings. Notice his mineral count very low. CoinDrop doing pretty good himself, floating just a little bit of minerals there, I think. Maybe just a little bit too much for the early game. AoWKnighter did have his stalker cruise out there and get sniped by this Marauder with that concussive shell, absolutely making the difference there. And it looks as though that's enough intel for CoinDrop to say, you know what, let's go ahead and push out here. Since he just lost the Stalker, that is going to put him slightly behind here. Nice, look at what he did there, using good maneuvering to make sure not to walk past this ramp, where he would have taken a lot of damage there early. Now he does not see an expand here, so is going to send his SCV up the ramp right away. Wants to see what's going on. Good blockage there, or force field I should say. Great force field. He does see though the Immortal now out on the field, so my guess is CoinDrop probably going to back out here. And indeed he does. Notice that AoWKnighter is warping in quite a few sentries at this point, going to be able to hold this ramp for quite a while. Now the expand for CoinDrop is going down exactly where he wants it, so that small push from him, giving him that time and the safety that he needed to go ahead and take this expand. So beautiful play from CoinDrop, I would say, at this moment. Let's check in on the units tab. Notice that AoWKnighter doing a pretty good job here in his economy. However, I would say that CoinDrop has a slight advantage considering that he has those mules. And it looks like he may be gearing up for just a little bit more pressure. Going to try and potentially deny an expand. He backed out, so at this point he can guess that AoWKnighter going to go for an expand and may choose to push in here to try and deny that expansion if at all possible. So that's not a bad play. Either that or he's just going to hold this forward position here, which isn't a bad play either. But in the meantime, we do have finally some Stimpak going down here for CoinDrop. It's not really that late, but I mean, it's good to get some good old-fashioned stim, especially if you're going to be going this heavy of an infantry build, which we do see from CoinDrop. But man, he is a phenomenal player. Does have his weapons level 1 going down in great time. Now this is really going to serve him well, I think, especially since AoWKnighter, with this type of opening, going to be a little bit slower to start getting the upgrades. Notice that he is getting his robotics bay down here in fairly good time. His expand about to be complete, so he's gearing up for pretty solid mid-game play here on 2 base, and going to be pushing out here with a fairly sizable force. It looks as though CoinDrop going to have to be careful. Good force fields going down, going to cost CoinDrop a couple units there, and it looks like AoWKnighter is going to be pushing this attack. Double Immortals here are going to be very, very effective, especially with this many force fields available to him at this point. And it looks like CoinDrop really going to have to fight for some defense for just a moment. Does pull some SCVs right away, trying to get himself geared up for this defense. Missile turret going to go down. AoWKnighter going to be scary, but here comes the defense. Looks like CoinDrop is going to be able to chase him off, maybe. I don't know. CoinDrop just trying to buy time, it looks like here. He's pulling even more SCVs. Lifting that orbital just to get these guys in better positioning. Great stuff there. But good force fielding here from AoWKnighter, being very, very effective. But I think that CoinDrop is going to be able to hold. Now the trouble is, he has lost a lot of SCVs to do so. Let's check in on the units tab. Oops, we're already there. Down to 10 SCVs. Absolutely relying now on the mules to get him back into this game. But here comes a counter attack from CoinDrop. He thinks that maybe he's got to go now, and try and make it happen right now, which is not a bad choice. He lost so many SCVs in that engagement that, I don't know, man, maybe an all-in here is the best deal. He is cruising out across the map, but notice what AoWKnighter is doing. He is going to back up here to his high ground, and if he has to sack this position, no big deal, because then he knows that he should be in great position. Well, he is going to come down here to the low ground and go ahead and try and defend this. Is this going to be enough units? Oh, force field's not super perfect, but good enough. Forcing the engage, that's for sure. And it looks like he is going to be able to clean it up. Oh, I think this is game, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe that AoWKnighter, because of that defense there, has been able to take down this game. Notice that SCV count right now for CoinDrop is 13. We'll get you back to your production tab so you can see that, but there it is. GG from CoinDrop, and we'll be going to game number 4 here in just a minute. So, wow. Good play there from AoWKnighter. We'll see you guys here in just a bit, so stay exactly where you are. Don't alt-tab. Always alt-Starcraft. We'll see you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live action coming at you. It is going to be an MLG's Metalopolis. This is a show match with a cash prize, by the way. These guys are absolutely doing a lot of work here, battling it out for the cash prize, and that is beautiful, beautiful stuff. And let's see who we've got here. It is CoinDrop taking on AoWKnighter. Now, Game 4 currently in AoWKnighter's favor, 2-1. So, let's see. Now, it's not match point quite yet, But definitely the pressure could potentially start to mount here if CoinDrop does lose this game. So AoWKnighter going to be shooting for his win here to try and put that pressure on, which will buy him time in that later game. Will take the pressure off of him. He should be able to kind of metagame it a little bit easier that way. I found that a lot of the times, man, though, that the guys that get behind and it's like one game to the permanent loss, they just go on a winning streak, and we've seen that before. They just start doing so well because that prize at the end of the road starts to mean just a little more. It's kind of interesting, but we'll see how these guys are going to deal with that pressure there as they're shooting for that cash prize. Now notice that CoinDrop is spawning down here as our pink Terran in the 6 o'clock position. AoWKnighter spawning as our yellow Protoss at the 12 o'clock, so good cross positions on this map, which is probably one of the most popular maps of all time. I don't know, you guys tell me what you think. What is the most popular StarCraft 2 map of all time? I'd be interested to hear what you guys think it is. I tend to think Metalopolis for some reason, but it's no longer in the rotation from Blizzard, so I don't know. We'll see. But a little bit of a wall off here for CoinDrop, and he is going to be working on his gas here in pretty decent time. Looks to be a standard opener here from AoWKnighter. Not going to be going for a fast expand, that's for sure. It's a little bit more difficult to hold it here against Terran potentially, so yeah, I think this is probably a smart move here. Now AoWKnighter going ahead and getting out his gas saturated there pretty good. Barracks here for CoinDrop about to be complete, so we should see a Marine coming down. In the meantime, AoWKnighter does get the scouting award, sending out the first scout, and off he goes finally to his opponent's location here in just a moment. However, he is going to come up this ramp right about the time that a Marine will be coming out, so sad face. Looks like the probe may end up dying fairly shortly. Indeed, he will. Oh, wow, look at that. Good control. AoWKnighter did evacuate that probe very, very quickly, as well as get this good scouting intel. He did see the barracks going down, second rack, so he does know 2 racks pressure. So that's good scouting there from AoWKnighter. And at this point, CoinDrop, we'll see if he's going to transition out of this or not, or if he is going to put the 2 racks pressure. I mean, even if it's scouted, 2 racks pressure tends to be fairly effective against Protoss. But because AoWKnighter is well aware of that build timing, he should be prepared at this point. So does have his Cybercore working on Warp Gate tech, but it is chrono boosting out a sentry. See that? The great preparation for 2 racks pressure there. Does have double gas. Now we do have some scouting going on from CoinDrop. Is going to see a few things. Oh my goodness. What do we have here? It looks like oh wow, a pylon in here, back here in the, what would that be, the 8 o'clock position? The main there at the 8 o'clock position, so maybe some hidden tech. Yeah, we'll see. But it looks like we do have a stalker now out on the field, absolutely going to be chasing down this SCV. Wow, he's going to try and escape there. Great play there from CoinDrop. Oh, he's juking him. Not quite enough there. Back he goes. He's like, let's try again. But does not happen. It does go down fairly quickly, so wow, good. Great stuff. Great control there from AoWKnighter. And it is going to be a second gateway here, but I expect to see some tech when I go over here. Yes, we do. Twilight Council going down for AoWKnighter, so this could be interesting. What is it going to be here? Oh, man, I'm super interested. It probably, I don't know. It might be DT because he's hiding it so much. Might be DT. I don't know. We shall see here in just a little bit, but there are plenty of tech patterns you can get off of a Twilight Council. I mean, Blink, you've got charge, you've got high temps, you've got dark temps, so pick one. But yeah, good stuff. We do have another gateway going down, so I don't know. I don't know what it is. Don't know what he's doing quite yet. But 3 gateways, pretty decent number, and here comes a little bit of a push from CoinDrop. He's got some Marauders here in the mix. They do have concussive shells. Notice that Stim has started, but not going to be completing here for quite a while, so I think he's probably going to try and mount a push here without Stim, maybe. If not, I'm mystified as to why he's pushed forward here, but no, it looks like he is going to go for it. He is going to go for a little bit of an attack. Now, I think that AoWKnighter's got the advantage here with this sentries up there on the high ground. And it is going to be Dark Templar, so yeah, good stuff. Three gateways right now for AoWKnighter. is going to go for some DT play. And what's he got going here? Oh, wow. Trying to chase a Marine down with a Zealot. And wow, that Marine actually lived through that. Now, let's check what we got going here. We do have a missile. Oh, wow. Talk about the metagaming from CoinDrop right now. Thinking that AoWKnighter just a little bit too defensive here, so I think is guessing potential DT play. Does have his detection now out on the field. Not going to have to waste scans to detect any DTs at this position. Are we going to see, though, a... no. Oh, wow, lots of gateways. Alright, so a lot of warp gates here, though. I mean, this is going to be pretty nice play. Now, AoWKnighter did get his expand down here in fairly decent time, maybe just a little bit behind schedule, but there's the DT poking in, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There are too many missile turrets here, as well as way too many guys with guns, and what I mean by that is Marines and Marauders, so that DT absolutely going to have to back out. But good stuff. He still can get... The nice thing is he can get charge and transition into charged lot Archon, which is very, very effective against this bio ball play from CoinDrop here that he's going at this point. So not bad stuff. We do have a reactor going down on a factory and a starport behind. So guess what? The starport probably going to switch places, and we are going to see Medivacs. Got to love it. And yeah, but great play. CoinDrop taking his expand in great time here. We do have Giraffe finally up and running at his. Going to be getting double gas here and probably working on some Archons here eventually, I would think. But this DT still fairly useful at the Zelnaga Tower. Not a bad deal there. Oh, charge still almost complete, so that's looking good. Let's just check in on the units tab. Notice that CoinDrop has a significant harvester advantage with that double mule advantage there, so good stuff. He is really rocking and rolling in this game. May tie this series up 2-2. I mean, I mean, AoWKnighter's not out of the game yet, so it's one of those things. But CoinDrop is definitely, I would say, ahead at this point. But AoWKnighter not in a bad position either. It could, I mean, this Archon play can be very, very, very effective. Now, let's just check in, see what else we've got in production. We do have a Ghost Academy going down. Where's the Ghost Academy? There it is. And the Ghost Academy, now this is, I think, the perfect response for CoinDrop. He did toss that scan down up here at the Natural and did see the Archons. So now getting out some Ghosts and tossing down some EMPs is exactly what he needs to do. Now, he'll still have to deal with a lot of charged lots in his face. But it's better to do that with no shields than with some shields. So the EMP is going to be super effective. As long as he can get some good EMPs off here, he could potentially be okay in an engagement. But it looks as though it could be right now. And this is not a perfect time for him because he's just now getting his first ghosts out. Not going to quite have them under control quite yet. But here comes the attack, I think, here in just a moment. Looks like this forward pylon here going to provide for some good warp-ins. And there we go. We've got a couple warping in right away, and AoWKnighter going to be gearing up for his attack here. Now, it should be scouted. He should have vision of this army, and here it comes right now. The Ghost just barely getting into the mix there. Are we going to see an EMP? No, we do not. They may not even have enough energy quite yet. It just popped out. Wow, but he backed out nonetheless. CoinDrop's defense there pretty solid. Salvaging his bunker. Oh my goodness. It is go time. Yeah, he didn't have enough energy for the EMP. They don't spawn with enough energy until you get their upgrade. But yeah, good stuff. He is going to be cruising out across the map here. Look at that. He's got plenty of Hellions in here as well. Oh my goodness. AoWKnighter going to be coming back in for seconds. Interesting play here. EMP's going down. Oh my goodness. And this army for AoWKnighter is about to evaporate. Ladies and gentlemen, CoinDrop getting those clutch. And look at that. GG, well played from AoWKnighter. Beautiful stuff, and that is going to tie up this series 2-2 in our best of 7. We'll be going into Game 5 here in just a minute, so stay exactly where you are. Don't alt-tab. Always out Starcraft. We'll see you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live action coming at you right now. It is a phenomenal show match so far. 2-2 is the score in this best of 7, so we are getting closer to coming down to the wire. It's going to be match point for somebody after this game, that's for sure. So, good stuff here, but I love it when it's tied up like this. You gotta love close matchups, and both of these guys such phenomenal players. AoWKnighter, clan Art of War, and he is also known as Giraffe. He just recently changed his name, so make sure you remember who we're dealing with here. But CoinDrop, hailing from clan XOXO, also known as Hugs and Kisses. And this has just been a phenomenal matchup between these two guys today. Now, it is going to be on a relatively small map here. CoinDrop going to be spawning as our Pink Terran in the top right-hand corner, and in the bottom left, it is Knightr spawning as our yellow Protoss. It is Zelnaga Cavern, so relatively small here. They know exactly where to go for scouting. That's always nice. That's funny. Nice chat there between these guys. I gotta love guys who just love this game and are willing to play, whether it's win or lose, even when cash is on the line. Not going to be upset, not going to be bad manner or anything like that. Gotta love it. And we have got, I mean, two of the best right here. So, good stuff. Looks like CoinDrop going to be just checking his base, making sure that there's nothing fishy going on. And going to be sending out an SCV scout. I know what a Chocobo is. I used to play video games when I was a child. Yep, Final Fantasy. Nice. Giving away a Chocobo. Got to love it. I'd like to have one. Oh, supplied by Knack. Oh my goodness. Cool. Well, Cybercore going down here for Knightr. He is going to be going for a fairly standard opener here. One of those tried and true type openers. And it looks like a second Rax going down for CoinDrop right now, so potentially 2 Rax pressure here again. Seems to favor that opener against Protoss. I don't blame him. It tends to be fairly effective, but Knightr doing a pretty dang good job holding that off so far in these matches. So we'll see how that's going to go, but you know what? The nice thing for CoinDrop is that he transitions out of it very well as well and never really overcommits. And that's the nice thing there. He does have his tech lab complete, going to be working on a Marauder right away. So good stuff there. Barracks is complete just about, and just one gas so far. So probably just going to see 2 Rax pressure, maybe even going to go for a fairly early expand behind it. Oh, it is another tech lab. Now that's interesting. So maybe a big timing push. I don't know. Stim plus, maybe? Who knows? We'll see, but not very rarely do you see double tech labs like that on just 2 Rax. Usually we should see a 3rd Rax potentially, but none quite yet. So interesting play. More Marauders though. Looks like just Marauders for just a little while here. Now being fairly active, CoinDrop looking around for proxy pylons and the like. Not finding any now. Let's take a look at what Knight's got going. He does have a hidden forge here in the back of his base. Now that's kind of interesting. As well as a second gateway here. So it looks like he may be going for a +1. An early +1, which is not a bad idea. Oh, no, he's not. I see what he's doing. He's putting down his photon cannon. Yes, indeed. And this is a robo build. So we should see the robotics here in just a moment. Yep, there it is. Cool. So it is a robotics build. I can't remember the name of the build. It's a little bit of an older build, but it's fairly effective. Does put down this photon cannon here for defense. And where's he going with this army? Oh, he's trying to take out a scout. Got to get back to your front gate. Oh, man. Slightly out of position there. Did not get to use any force field. He's going to put one down there, but it didn't block very much at all. But it looks as though he will be able to hold there. That photon cannon coming in so clutch. You got to love this build against that early Rax pressure. And that is exactly what he's doing. So why he did that, and look at how well that held it off, as well as now he's got, oh, his armor first. That's what he's doing. But he gets that plus armor and +1 armor, and that is super, super effective. Notice he's getting his immortal out right away here. And wow, this has been just a nice play so far. Great defense. Let's just check in on the units lost and see how that did for us. CoinDrop did lose a little bit more there, almost 2x. Didn't overcommit though, so that's the nice thing. And going to be gearing up for what looks to be some upgrades for his infantry. Does have the engineering bay complete. And that is not a bad deal there. Stim is going down right now, and we don't have any expanding going on from either player here at the 7-minute mark. But CoinDrop is gearing up what looks to be for another push potentially here in just a moment. Oh, no he's not. I take it back. He's backing out here and tossing down a bunker, which does probably mean he is going to go for an expand here. Right around the 8-minute mark. Not a bad deal there. Supply depot going down. CoinDrop, I don't know. I don't see it. Don't see it quite yet. There goes the SCV, I assume, for the expand. We shall see. But the bunker here in pretty nice positioning. That is definitely going to be guarding the ramp. And if he needs to cancel his command center because of a push, then great. I mean, he should be in great shape. So this is really nice play from CoinDrop. But I think that this is a good time to go ahead and expand here. Now notice that we do have a forward pylon here for AoWKnighter. And continuing to chrono boost out some immortals. That's 3 immortals now out on the field. He's got a 3rd gateway up, but hasn't turned it into warp gate yet, so maybe a little bit of a miss of oversight there, I would say, from AoWKnighter. But he's going to be pushing forward here. He's got to turn that sucker. There it goes. There it goes. And robotics facility, not going to be working on any more immortals quite yet, but 3 immortals in your army is pretty stinking good. Those immortals can rip through bunkers like it's their job, and indeed it is, because they are the ones who do a lot of extra damage versus armored. Look at that, 50 damage to armored buildings, obviously, especially bunkers, count as armored. So good stuff. But CoinDrop didn't take his expand quite yet, and that is good stuff for him. It's really going to be serving him well in the defense of this location. But here comes the attack. We've got a lot of zealots here. That +1 armor are going to be playing a big factor in this exchange. Now notice how quickly that bunker fell. And this second bunker should be falling pretty quick as well. Wow, command center going down. Goes down pretty good. And looks like AoWKnighter is going to be pushing this attack. And notice, oh man, those buildings fall so quickly to the immortals. CoinDrop having to kite like crazy here to try and hold on. What a strong push here. Beautiful, beautiful play with that +1 armor. It's so effective. Look at that. SCV's trying to get in there for the surround. Actually soaking up a lot of damage there. And that is going to enable CoinDrop to eventually be able to get these units out of his base. Indeed he does. Wow, great defense there from CoinDrop. Now let's take a look and see how many SCVs he lost. Oh, that's the only trouble here. That is a lot of SCV losses. Let's check in on the units tab. Ouch. Down to 9. So AoWKnighter probably feeling pretty good about that exchange. Killing a lot of SCVs there. And that is going to put him way ahead here for just a little while. Notice he is putting down a second photon cannon just in case his opponent decides for a counterattack here. He does have a couple sentries here. Going to try and split the army is the goal here. He doesn't want to stop him from coming up the ramp. He's going to want to just take a few of them. So trying to split the army here, I think, is exactly what he's going to go for. And this defense should go relatively well for him. I mean, this is a lot of units here, but they don't have any medevac support. A lot of these guys already in the red. And that's really going to make a difference here. A lot of zealots now, and that plus advantage is really big. And you're going for +1 right now, too. So he did poke down the ramp just to see what's going on. Does see his opponent gathering forces here. And so knows that the attack is absolutely imminent. Notice CoinDrop is getting some more SCVs, though. So he's not really going all in here off of what he's currently got. He is trying to reconstruct his economy here for a comeback. So using this kind of as a contain, but I do suspect that he is going to try and push up this ramp with this force. But we'll see. I mean, he's splitting it up here, so he may just go for a contain. I don't know. And looks like AoWKnighter testing the waters, and I think that he just did give away his plan, and that is to sit out here, camp out, while his opponent, or while CoinDrop rather, is trying to reconstruct his economy. Notice he's up to 16 SCVs. Now let's get you back to your production tab. Oh, it is going to be a starport here. And it looks like a reactor going down. Let's just check where that is. Reactor here on the factory, and that is going to be here for the starport. So we are going to see medevacs. It is going to be off one base at this point. Notice that CoinDrop has not... Oh, but look, it is go time. We better check this out. Here comes the attack. We don't have any charge, but still the armor upgrade on the Zealot's pretty effective. I think AoWKnighter should be backing up to his ramp, though, here. Got to keep these guys alive, especially these sentries. Great exchange there for CoinDrop. In a lot of respects, he did make up a big difference there. good force fields here, making a huge difference and killing a lot of units there as they were trying to retreat. Great control from AoWKnighter, taking the lead here yet again, I think. Let's just check in on the units lost and see where we're at. Now, AoWKnighter has lost more units, mostly from that big exchange, but we've got to remember that CoinDrop lost that economy. Let's check in on the units tab. Notice where we're at. Still a disadvantage on that side of the coin. So great stuff right now from AoWKnighter. I do believe that he could potentially take this game down here in pretty decent style. Oh, is he going to get the snipe? Yes, he does. Take out that forward pylon. That's going to make a difference here for AoWKnighter. We may even see him stall his advance here just a moment while he sends out a probe to rebuild. Nope, not yet. Not going to do it. But he does have a forward position here. Notices that CoinDrop did not take an expand. And though, look at this. Art of War, or Giraffe. Actually, AoWKnighter now. I got to keep remembering that. But AoWKnighter did take an expand of his own while he's putting this pressure on his opponent. Now, it looks as though CoinDrop should be able to hold this off. He's got plenty of Marines here to deal, I think. But here comes the attack. Oh, AoWKnighter, got to keep your units together, brother. Looks like he is now going to have to back out, but even one Marauder in this army going to be doing a lot of damage. Good force fields there, going to help him retreat to not lose too many of those units. But this expand for AoWKnighter, absolutely necessary, I think, at this point. Got to check in on his main here. Look at that, the mineral's getting very, very low. Now the trouble is CoinDrop doing the same deal, and he's mining out just a little bit faster here, so he has got to get his expand down. Either that, or I guess, you know what, he could just fly this orbital command out to this position here and stay on one base. I mean, what's the difference? The main's about to be mined out anyway, so that wouldn't be a bad play here. But AoWKnighter, on the other hand, has to take this expand unless he wants to long distance mine, which, as we all know, that is absolutely zero fun when you're in a game like this. Cash on the line here. But here comes a big push from CoinDrop. Let's check in and see what kind of units we've got in the mix. He did bring some SCVs here. Looks like he is going to be dropping some units as well. Looks like these guys are going to be headed back to the main, maybe? Not sure. Oh, just to this side, going to be getting a little bit of a flank. Not a bad deal there. Soak up a little bit of extra damage. Not a bad deal. Look at that great concave. Those force fields were okay, just not in the perfect position. And that is the trouble now. It looks like CoinDrop is going to be cruising up the ramp here with this force. Going to be doing a lot of damage. Needs to move forward. There he goes. Moving forward, and that force field just a little bit too late. Taking out those cannons. No more static defense here. We do have charge on the way, but it is way too late. And there is the laugh out loud from Giraffe or AoWKnighter. And it looks like he may be pushing a GG here in just a moment. Now, he did pull a lot of probes here. Gearing up for maybe a... Nope. He's gearing up for a GG. So, great game. Well played from both individuals. Gotta love that back and forth between these guys. Tons and tons of fun. We'll be going into Game 6 here in just a moment. But it is match point in favor of CoinDrop. So, don't alt-tab. Always on Starcraft. We'll see you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We do have live action coming at you right now. It is a best of 7 show match here. We're going to be donating a phenomenal cash prize to these guys. But right now, it is 3-2 in favor of AoWKnighter. So this is really good. I do like the map choice here from CoinDrop. I love Test Bug. This tends to be a very, very balanced map. I like the three spawn locations, so it still requires scouting, but with kind of a 2-player feel after you get into it. You know, a 2-player map feel after you scout your opponent, which makes it a little interesting. But it is going to be AoWKnighter, also known as Giraffe, hailing from clan Art of War. He is spawning over here at the 3 o'clock position. Up here at 10 o'clock, we do have CoinDrop. He is going to be hailing from clan XOXO, also known as... Oh, CoinDrop, that's right. Did I say AoWKnighter? Sorry. It is favoring CoinDrop. 3-2 favoring CoinDrop. Sorry about that. You're correct. But CoinDrop is spawning up here as our pink Terran. Notice he is going to be working on a little bit of a wall off. Give my man Adam a shout out over the live stream. All right, well, shout out to Adam. I don't know who you are, but we are absolutely pleased to be welcoming any friend of AoWKnighter, also known as Giraffe. So welcome, welcome, welcome to Adam. Everybody out there on the live stream, why don't we all give him a big fat high five? Say high five, Adam, and yeah. And in fact, you know what? Let's do the best we can to welcome Adam. Adam, why don't you pick us a song for between matches? We'll let you have the music choice for between this match and the next. Actually, it's match point, so if CoinDrop wins here, we won't have a next match, but we will still need some music, so good stuff. But it looks like we've got a standard opener here from Knightr at this point. It does have his gateway going down. It's about to be complete. 1 gas at this point, and going to be putting down a Cybercore. There it goes. And let's check back in on CoinDrop. Notice he does have his orbital command on the way. Just 1 gas at this point. Barracks with 2 Marines queued up. So that's interesting. Now, we haven't seen this quite yet where he's queued up 2 Marines. I think we've always gotten an add-on. No, I take that back. We did see one where he queued up 2 and then got his add-on. But that's okay. He is going to be putting down another barracks here, so potentially 2 racks pressure here yet again. We'll see what he's going to do for us here, but it's been pretty effective. He's really got a lot of skill there. I just do want to mention about these players here real quick. High-level masters. I do know for sure that Knightr, if you look at his win-loss ratios, that he's very, very good, even against some Grandmaster players, and has a pretty decent win rate there, and is probably enough to potentially put him into Grandmaster League in Season 4. So everybody hoping for that, I'm sure, on Clan Art of War. And CoinDrop, boy, just by looking at him, my goodness, he has sure got a phenomenal amount of skills, so probably very much a potential for him as well. And yeah, so good stuff. Both of these players, though, it's such a close matchup. I mean, such hardcore back and forth between these two guys. I'm loving it. Every single second of it. Wow. CoinDrop being super active with this guy. Not going to get him out of there, though. He does eventually go down. We do have Cybernetics Core Warp Gate tech on the way. A Stalker and a Zealot out on the field. And a Stargate going down. Spoiler alert. There are going to be Void Rays and or Phoenixes on the map here in just a little bit. Now that's something new. We haven't seen Art of War pull that one out yet against CoinDrop yet, so this will be pretty interesting. Now we do have the reactor down on this one, Tech Lab down on this barracks here, and a third barracks going down. Notice that he is getting that concussive shell, super effective against Protoss, and working on quite a few Marines though, so looks like we are going to see some pressure here in just a little bit. Not gearing up for an expand quite yet. Does have that third racks going down, so definitely going to be sticking with a 1-base play for a moment. In the meantime, it is going to be a Stargate. What is the unit of choice out of the Stargate? Oh, it's tense. It is tense. It is going to be Phoenix. Phoenix it is. So off we go to the races. Let's see what... is he going to go for something different? I wonder. Warp Gate tech complete. 1 Phoenix. I think he may have just put that out because he didn't quite have enough gas. But maybe not. Maybe he is planning on... Nope, it is Phoenix. He is going to be going for a lot of Phoenix here. Now that's very, very interesting. Probably going to be trying to pick up the Marauders out of this army. I mean, picking up any unit is okay, but picking up the Marauders is going to be more effective because these Marauders tend to be the hard counter to your Stalkers. And your Stalkers going to be doing a lot more damage to the Marines. But that's a good number of Marines here. And here comes the engage here in just a moment. Now notice that Knightr does have these guys cruising out to this side of the base for just a moment. CoinDrop does not see an expand. Is a little bit wary now for potentially moving up the ramp. Oh my goodness, is he backing out? Did he scan maybe that we missed? I don't know. No, he's just backing out. I don't think he scanned. But we've got triple Phoenix now out on the field, and looks like CoinDrop is gearing up for an expansion. Does have a Ghost Academy on the way, though, so maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he's going to go for a big 1-base push here. Notice he's only got 1 SCV mining gas on this position here, and it looks like Knightr going to be gearing up for an expand now. Well, who knows? These guys make so many decisions based on their scouting that sometimes you just have to roll with, you know, the slight influences on their gameplay. And there's just so many small things that they pick up on as they're scouting their opponent and notice different timings and such that it makes a big difference for him at this level of play. And he's stalled production here at this Stargate for just a little while. And here he goes moving out with 5 Phoenix for just a moment. Now that's going to be interesting. And nice thing is he does scout the Ghost Academy. Great reaction time here from CoinDrop getting these guys off the mineral line. Notice he does not have another expand up, so these guys are really going to be effective here for just a little while. A factory trying to go down there does get stalled. And he is backing out, looks like. Going to scout over here, but there is nothing here, so it is one base play, but CoinDrop going to have to keep his army split up here for just a little while to defend from the threat of these Phoenix here. But good play from Giraffe. Looks like he is going to cruise back in just a moment. Well, there's a good looking animation on those suckers. I like that. Not bad. Not bad. Very, very nice. The expand here for AoWKnighter is up and running. And he is going to be putting down a robotics facility as well as some more gateways. So kind of interesting tech pattern here from AoWKnighter, but I'm liking it quite a bit. I love a good solid unit mixture, unit composition. Oops, he's dipping back in there. We're about to miss it. Going to be picking up some SCV kills there. Not a bad deal. That one's got 4 kills already. 2 kills on that guy, 2 kills on that guy, 3 on that one. Not bad. Not a bad deal. So doing a lot of work with these guys. There's 0 on that guy. Slacker. He must have been the guy doing more graviton beams or something. But good stuff. I mean, this is a very interesting matchup. Looks like AoWKnighter is going to cruise back out with these guys. We'll check on them in just a second. Let's see what he's getting from his robotics. It is going to be an immortal here, so no void rays, which quite honestly maybe not the best unit against heavy bio of a Terran, but we do have this missile turret now in the mineral line being very, very effective, keeping these guys out of those mineral patches, but he can still kind of dip in and grab one right on the edges, which is nice. But here comes a big push from CoinDrop, stimming forward here, and looks like it is about to be go time. Good stims being utilized here. Notice he is using the force fields as well as the Guardian Shield, but this push from CoinDrop going to be doing a lot of damage. Looks as though AoWKnighter is going to have to back out with his Phoenix and hope that they're going to be helpful, but it is probably not going to be very helpful because look at how many Marines there are. And he's asking, is that off one base? And the answer indeed is yes. Probably going to see a wow from AoWKnighter because I am actually fairly amazed as well, but that is great push there from CoinDrop. And it looks like he's trying to do one last ditch effort here, going to try and warp in some units. And blocking a lot of units on the ramp there. But my goodness, this is just so difficult to deal with this massive bio here. How can you roll? And look at that, he's trying to get some stalkers out, doing a pretty decent job trying to defend this ramp. In the meantime, CoinDrop is going to be taking an expand of his own. We do have AoWKnighter going to be cruising out. Oh, yikes! Going to maybe lose these guys. Nope, wow, barely keeping those suckers alive. Super nice there. But AoWKnighter just going to have to do a lot of work here at his ramp to try and hold on for dear life. But the great thing again is that CoinDrop now going to be putting himself on 2 base after all that damage has been done. We do have a Void Ray out. However, Void Ray is not super effective against a lot of Marines, especially since they do have Combat Shield, as you can see here. It's got their decal on the Combat Shield, by the way. It's pretty cool. Oh, Ghost almost has enough for EMP. But look at that. Since AoWKnighter did scout this Ghost, he is going to be splitting his units here. Going to make that EMP just a little bit less effective. Great stuff. Trying desperately to get in enough units to hold here, but man, so difficult. I mean, what can you do? He's going to be getting out another Void Ray here, which is a very interesting choice. I don't know. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with it. I think I probably would have opted for Immortals, but I don't know. I mean, so many Marines. I guess either way, there's not much you can do. But double Void Rays out right now. And if he could take out enough of the Marines, I guess, yeah, the Void Rays will have free reign. But the nice thing is for CoinDrop is he is on 2 solid base at this point. Even if he gets held off here at his opponent's ramp, AoWKnighter going to be in a lot of economic trouble. Looks like he may even be able to chase him off. Nope. Oh, wow. CoinDrop going to be pushing forward here. Notice he does have that +1 on the infantry, and that is absolutely making a difference. Cruising up this ramp here in great style, and that looks like it is about to be game. Wow. I see. He says 1 base Terran strong. GG's, man, says AoWKnighter. Beautiful play. CoinDrop will be taking it down, so he will be taking home that cash prize tonight. So give that guy a big fat high five. He absolutely deserves it. Check out Clan XOXO. Check out Clan Art of War. And Just phenomenal players from both of these clans, and we'll hope to see more of these matchups here in just a little bit. I think we're going to have another match between Knightr and someone else, and that is going to be tons of fun. Looks like it's going to be Swift. So don't alt tab, always on Starcraft. We'll see you guys next time.